This is a huge development and certainly not a good look for the Ukrainian government, and not a good look right now as it tries to secure itself a better negotiating position in those US-led peace talks to ending the war with Russia. Andriy Yermak, who was due to fly to Florida to meet with US President Donald Trump at the weekend, was the right-hand man to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. He was the president's number two. He wielded enormous power. He was a key decision maker, a central negotiator during this almost 4-year war with Russia, beside the president every step of the way, in diplomatic talks, peace negotiations, in ensuring that the Western supply of weapons continued to flow to Ukraine. You name it, he was in the room for it. The 54-year-old has had little to say about why his apartment was searched, other than to confirm that he is complying and cooperating with authorities. They also haven't said why they've chosen to search his property, but it comes after a major corruption scandal over an alleged plot by key government and public figures to control the state atomic agency, which involved $150 million in kickbacks and laundered money. Now, that has outraged Ukrainians and really upset them, given that it centres around energy infrastructure, given that they have to deal with frequent outages on a daily basis because of Russian strikes on energy infrastructure.
Напряму це впливає, це ж позорище повне.
The searches will negatively impact the peace talks. What will people think of Ukraine? What should our partners think about providing aid to Ukraine?
This is certainly not to our benefit.
Well, given just how close Andriy Yermak was to President Zelenskyy, it's probably inevitable that he had to go. From an optics point of view, it would have been difficult for the Ukrainian public, but also the international community of diplomats and leaders supporting Ukraine to separate the two men.
Russia really wants Ukraine to make mistakes. There will be no mistakes on our part. Our work continues, our struggle continues. We have no right not to see this through until the end. We have no right to retreat or to quarrel. If we lose unity, we risk losing everything: ourselves, Ukraine, our future.
President Zelenskyy has already fired 2 ministers. Several others have been detained in relation to that corruption scandal. One of the president's former business associates during his time in his acting career has since fled the country. This is all negative press for President Zelenskyy as he's trying to negotiate with the US to end the war with Russia. US Army Secretary Dan Driscoll has just arrived in Kyiv, and other White House officials, including envoy Steve Witkoff, are flying into Moscow at the weekend to try and secure an agreement between the parties. As for troops on the ground, morale is low as the continent enters winter and Russia continues to creep forward on the front line.